Hey, this is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. Today we're looking at a lopper. This is a 2-inch lopper here from Centurion. This is their twice the power 2-inch lopper. Basically what you have is a branch cutting device that will allow you to push the button, extend the handles, get a little bit more leverage, and it has gears and such on the back here. Let's take a little closer look at that. The gears to give you a little bit more torque when it comes to cutting your branches and such of what you're going through. A nice big open jaw. You've got a nice sharp blade there we're taking a look at. And it's really designed to be used for the homeowners to be able to go out there and do a lot of cutting. And we just push the buttons in for sliding in and out. There's multiple stops available. There we are. Now what's really kind of cool about this is that it will be able to handle the 2-inch branches and give you that power so you're not having to be a super strong person. I just went out and trimmed this branch off, and I wanted to demonstrate because one of the things that sometimes people do when it comes to loppers is that instead of cutting and just pulling straight down, they will actually start to kind of go against the lopper. And when they do is they're pushing and twisting. And when they push and twist, what ends up happening is that the lopper will actually start to separate here. It's just kind of like a scissors, where the two pieces of metal have to pass right past each other to do the cutting. And if you start twisting and bending it, what ends up happening is those jaws spread apart, and now they will actually start to not cut and push back, and then they're bent and they're done. They're basically, your lopper is shot. So in this particular case, let me show you here, is that we would open up our lopper and get the branch into the jaw. Now, when I'm talking about that twisting is when people would start putting pressure on, and in this case, putting pressure on and tipping it this way. So tipping it like that. And then if I start pushing on it, what ends up happening is that the pressure then opens up these jaws and starts to bend the blade jaw out. Now this is a hardened steel, so it's not going to bend easily, but over time it will. So when you're doing branch cutting, you want to first make sure you're giving yourself an inch or so away from the tree, maybe an inch and a half, depending upon where the growth ring collar is. Then you want to be able to go get this nice, get it straight, so you're going to be cutting straight down and not putting pressure in this case, to the left, tipping it this way. Now, somebody would ask, well, if going left is bad, would going right be better? Well, what will end up happening is that you can bend the jaws the other way. Obviously, going a little bit cheating to the right would be better, but ideally, you want to go straight down. And of course, then you can just go right down, straight down, and it's a nice and easy cut. And for those wondering, yes, this is a little oak branch, quick and easy cutting on this dead oak branch, which sometimes when you get to loppers, having a dead branch is a little more difficult than a live one. Centurion's got a full line of different trimmers and loppers and cutters and such. We'll put a link in the description below so you can check these out, but just keep that in mind as you're cutting and trimming your bushes and such this spring, whether it's a big lopper or it's one of the little handheld pruners, that try to make it so it's going straight up and down. Don't put any torque left or right. If you can avoid it, just go straight down, and it's going to last a lot longer. This is John Young with the Weekend Handyman. Thank you for watching.
For more tips and how-to videos, go to weekendhandyman.com.